The topic I'd like to chat with you about today is the role of the parent as a supporter or fan of your child. It is interesting over the last 20 to 30 years how parents' role has changed. It was always the perception, at least, that coaches were the boss in the sports field. In essence, parents trusted the coaches to take their children and help develop their skills and to give them a chance to learn new skills in the game. Today, however, they're much more harsh on coaches and how they perceive every move of the coach. They scrutinize everything. Did they hold their hand on the shoulder of that child more than they held the hand on the shoulder of my child? They must like that child better, that's why he or she is playing more. I mean, every little thing gets scrutinized, evaluated, and judged as the parents now are looking for a chance to give their child a better experience and to get them to the higher levels. But as we look at your role, you have a very specific role that needs to be played as a parent. You are a socializer. You need to show kids how to be on time, how to be prepared, bring all their equipment, that is an important part of being a teammate and being a member of a team. That also when they say they are going to play this on this team, they're going to stay for the season. You don't let your teammates down and others around you by quitting early when you decided you don't want to do this anymore. You can always stop at the end of the season, but you're socializing them to understand about making a commitment to the team and to being loyal to that commitment. You're a role model. Your behavior is scrutinized as closely by your children as you are scrutinizing the coach. I have seen it in many contests where a parent will stand up and yell some negative comment about how blind the official is, and the little boy sitting beside this parent stood up and pointed and yelled the very same thing in a moment of silence. It was priceless. But they mimic you, they see your behavior, they follow your behavior. You are a role model and you must value that role and think about what you are doing as it relates to your children. It's been found in a couple of studies that encouragement from soccer parents positively influence children's perceived confidence, their perception of their own ability. So your encouragement leads to greater perceptions of ability and continued participation, which is critical. Parental support buffered their children who might otherwise have suffered adverse stress-related effects after their below average performance. So you are the one who again helps interpret the experience and says, yep, that's unfortunate, that's too bad, but you did this well, you did that well. There are many other ways you contributed to the team. So your, again, experiences, your ability to see more about the sport world than the kids are able to see at this point in time really does influence their perceptions and their experience. On the other side of the coin, however, you may also put more pressure on your children as it relates to how you control them or direct them. Because if you are that kind of a parent, one who is controlling, always trying to tell them what to do, always telling them why others didn't do right and this is what they need to do. Those negative comments, that negative influence, leads to really children feeling an immense sense of pressure. Who do I believe? Is it the coach? Is it the parent? How can I please both of them? The coach wants to run a certain play and you're telling your child to get into a different position because you think that will be more advantageous for them in getting the ball or getting a kick on goal. Another negative interference is saying vicious things about and to the opponents. One of the things we wanted as a positive was to respect opponents. But we can't do that if we are denigrating them as individuals or their team as a whole. It doesn't matter. They're the opponents. They have a right to be there, and if they're not there, you really don't have much of a game. Be your child's biggest fan. That is by far your most important role. Support the coach during their development of skills, strategies, and game understanding. And I think you'll find that your child does have a much more positive and enriching experience with a strong desire to continue to participate. Thank you.